Ask the universe, guide to manifesting your dreams. How does manifesting work? How can somebody hold a thought or intention in their mind, and suddenly magically and mysteriously have the universe materialize it for them without lifting a finger? The experience of instantaneous manifestation is a natural occurrence that can happen for anyone. Whenever you release all of your internal blocks and resistances to having what you want, and feel as if your desire has already manifested in the here and now, the results can become staggering. Manifesting may seem impossible to the mind, yet it is as natural as the warmth from the sunshine above. We are all born with this innate ability to materialize thoughts into physical form. By simply learning how to harness the power of the mind, you can manifest anything you want. You have been manifesting things into your life from the time you were a small child. You have always had the power to manifest anything instantly. All that is needed is a constant positive focus of our energy into an image and a feeling of what we want to manifest as if it is already here now. This vitality attracts according to its likenesses. Like attracts like. Whatever the conscious mind thinks and believes, the subconscious mind identically creates. Bryan Adams. According to this law, you can attract good or bad outcomes to yourself. You can manifest anything you desire as long as you know specifically what you want and think about it diligently enough. According to the secret DVD, you just have to visualize what you want, ask for it, believe you already have it, and behave as if it is already there in your life. If you want to be rich, for example, you would envision what it might be like to be rich. You would ask the universe to make you rich. You would frame a fake $1 million bill, hang it on the wall, and stare at it every day. And you would attempt to lead a lifestyle as if you were rich. According to the law of attraction, money would soon pour into your bank account. This pattern. Perhaps you are someone who finds it easier to manifest the things you don't want in your life, rather than the things you do want. This pattern is something that can be easily shifted and reprogrammed. Manifesting is super simple, and just knowing that it is extremely easy to manifest the goodies into your life allows them to come in that much faster. It really depends on whether you are randomly and haphazardly focusing your mind on what you want versus truly harnessing your intention to be resolutely fixated on feeling your desired outcome in the present. If you are like most people, you may be going through life on autopilot and are seldomly aware of the energetic frequencies you are sending out into the world. All it takes is to consciously retrain yourself to be in the here and now. You will begin to easily manifest what you want from a very subtle yet firm shift in your awareness. The powerful simple steps that will help you to make this inner shift and start manifesting your heart's desires with effortless ease. Did you know manifesting is something we do every day? Every thought we have makes a vitality runs inside and around our physical nature. Set a strong specific intention. The first secret to manifesting any desire is to have absolute clarity on what it exactly is that you want to manifest. The more specific your intention is, the easier it is for the universe to know what it is you really want and answer your request. Specific desires create specific results, while vague or unclear goals create wishy-washy results. A powerful intention is also one that is a true desire, which stems from deep inside the heart. This desire is one which is totally free from any shoulds, need tos and have tos. It is important that your intention feels empowering and freeing any time you focus on it, and that the outcome you are projecting is something you can have fun visualizing happening for you. Yet, perhaps the essential key to setting a strong intention is making a declaration to the universe out loud about what you want to manifest. Speak it as if the entire universe can hear you, and then know it has been fully received. Every moment of your life is infinitely creative and the universe is endlessly bountiful. Just put a clear enough request and everything your heart desires must come to you. Shakti Gawan. Create and hold on to a high vibrational feeling state. Right now, imagine that you have already manifested your desired outcome. How does it feel to have manifested this into your life? The deeper and more authentically you can actually feel the excitement and joy of having already manifested your desired object or experience, the easier and faster this manifestation can become a reality. The positive feelings that come from visualizing that your desire has already happened are the fuel that propels this manifestation into physical form. Therefore, keep focusing and holding on to the exciting and empowering feeling of having already manifested what you want for as many consecutive seconds in a row that you can. The longer the time frame is where you can hold on to the feeling, the faster it will show up in your life. This is truly where miracles will manifest instantly. The game of life is the game of boomerangs. Our thoughts, deeds, and words return to us sooner or later with astounding accuracy. Florentian way of thinking is the key. The greater part of this material creation is a condensation of immaculate thought vibration from the Om-Yield. In this domain of immaculate thought, there is no right or wrong. Everything is exactly as it may be. Additionally, our mind acts as an antenna which attracts thoughts from the Om-Yield, amplifies and or modifies these considerations when we utilize them, and discharges them go into the thought stream. This implies that during our unconscious normal living, our mind grabs thoughts we are habituated to, manifesting old news. Therefore, on the off chance that you truly need to change your life for the better, you have to change the way you think. Basically, you change the center of your thinking to what you need, as opposed to harping on what you don't need. When you create a thought about what you need, imbue it with heavenly light by visualizing that go into manifestation. Detach from the outcome. How do you focus on what you want without getting attached to results and trying to make it happen? The secret is in learning how to release expectations, which are fear-based projections of the mind, and trusting the universe has already provided the perfect avenue for its manifestation. Detaching from the outcome means you are allowing yourself to receive exactly what you want or something better. Detaching is basically setting the needy, demanding ego aside and trusting the universe completely. The real magic often happens when you least expect it. The very moment you consciously forget about your desire, yet subconsciously are holding the intention firmly, you are giving the universe full permission to manifest your desire for you. The manifesting process just happens when you are simply being a living, breathing ball of trust. This opens you up to being the receiver so that the desired outcome or experience comes directly to you. Vision is not enough. It must be combined with venture. It is not enough to stare up the steps. We must step up the stairs. Vaclav Havel. Take inspired actions until your manifesting vibration is skyrocketing beyond the moon. It is important to take physical actions in the world towards creating what you want. The most effective kind of actions are those that come from an inspired place, which make everyone naturally feel excited and motivated. The simplest way to determine if you are inspired to do something is to check inside your heart. If doing the specific activity expands your heart and seems to add energy or joy to it, you are operating from an inspired place. If, on the other hand, your heart feels tight, contracted, or you sense it is your duty to do it, this action is coming from a place of fear or a more ego-based way of perceiving the world. Simply choose to start taking 1 or 2 new inspired actions every day. Soon you will feel your vibration soaring and synchronicities will suddenly start to appear. The process of consciously manifesting your dreams is indeed much easier than you have ever imagined. All it takes is a little courage to try out something new, and an open mind that doesn't know how to close. Learn more proven techniques for easily manifesting acceptance in your life with our 90-day manifesting program instantly. What would you manifest into your life if you knew you could not fail? How will you spend your time after you've discovered how to access a natural, unlimited source of energy inside you? Imagine what it would be like to feel as fearless and unstoppable in your life as Superman. This highly advanced, spiritually enlightened state of being is easy to access when you are raising your vibration daily. The Super Manifesting Program does just that. You'll open your mind and heart chakra to a whole new level and drop into the spiritual enlightenment you were meant to experience. Dreaming is a good habit. When you realize what wish you need to manifest, then create a motion picture for you to visualize. You utilize sights, sounds, sense, touch and CLUDL faculties in your visualizations. Your visualization is in the current state, that is, desires have effectively manifested and you are enjoying it now. Each time you visualize your film, have the same scenes rehash. Don't transform them. You have to mix the scenes with vitality of your consciousness. On the off chance that you continue changing the scenes, the vitality gets scattered. This may defer the results, giving assent to questions and questions in your brain. Remember that wherever the thought goes, vitality streams there. More passionately your fantasy, more rapidly you manifest your desires. Opening up this cosmic energy is not as difficult as you may think, yet is a metaphysical exploration that is more satisfying, loving, and empowering than anything you could imagine. Have no doubts. When you realize that it is your genuine want, then have no opposing thoughts or questions about whether it will manifest or not. Sometimes our present level of awareness will accumulate considerations that will make us question ourselves. You have to be vigilant to let these thoughts pass and not energize them, or accumulate contemplations that are opposite of those. Few more practices you can follow. Make use the opportunities presented when in conflict. Work on one desire at a time. Indulge in practices that move you into light. Watch out for these. It would be ideal if you remember the following regarding what you manifest. Not following these may have serious karmic impacts, in light of the fact that you will overstep the cosmic law of love, and interfere with experiences that others may need to experience, in their embodiments, on their path to their enlightenment and development. Do not visualize damaging anybody, in any way. For example, don't visualize that you tackled somebody that damaged you. Do not visualize manifesting a longing, if that denies somebody of something. If you need to manifest cash, verify that your visualizations do exclude somebody parting with their cash. Similar to the above, in the event that you are visualizing to manifest your longing of harmonious relationships with others, then you ought to just visualize that you are having harmonious interaction with someone, and never visualize that they change somehow to facilitate the harmonious interaction. The principles of manifesting. Manifesting merely indicates bringing something into your reality that was not there previously. Everything that is in your life right now has been enticed to you by yourself, by your beliefs and thought and feelings, but most likely that has occurred unconsciously. Exactly what you're doing in the manifesting practice is taking control of the process, and finding out to purposely create what you prefer in your life. Showing up entails a whole new method of being and believing. There are brand new attitudes to adopt, and old practices and designs to allow go of. Be clear concerning your objectives/desires. If you are imagining something that you're not 100% certain you wish, then either cross it off your listing, or resolve just what you're really feeling. It sometimes occurs that you only understand you don't truly want something, or that it's not as vital as you assumed it was, when you're actually envisioning yourself with that point. Or perhaps you simply need to change the wording of your confirmation, as you obtain more clear in your head regarding what you really wish. Know that you are worthy of your wishes. You could feel that you don't deserve something on your list, where situation you definitely won't be successful in manifesting it. If on the various other hand you think you deserve the best, happiest, most thriving life you can visualize, then that's what you'll create. You can reveal that by picturing on your own as you want to be, confident, optimistic, and serene. Whatever you pick, allow go of exactly how that will occur, and allow the cosmos assistance you develop that way of being. Every individual on earth is deserving of best happiness and prosperity. Just your restricting beliefs are holding you back from obtaining your dreams. Feel enthusiastic concerning exactly what you're manifesting. Place your emotional states and your interest behind your manifesting practice. This is a clinical strategy. It's important to be enthusiastic in your practice. The more passionate you are regarding developing something in your life, the faster and more conveniently and happily you will attract that point to on your own. Detach from the outcome. This may seem strange, yet all you have to do is view exactly what you prefer currently in your fact, and afterwards allow it go and be in peace, relying on that every little thing you desire will come. What is important is to approve that the how and when of those goals showing up might be various from just what you anticipate. It truly holds true that deep space operates in strange ways. What you're choosing could not serve you well then in your life. There could be excellent reasons why your excellent life companion, as an example, is not meant to be in your life right then. Factors that might not be noticeable up until many years later on. After saying your statement and then imagining yourself having actually obtained that objective or goal, as clearly as possible, try your best to permit go of just how and when that point is going to come into your fact. Some spiritual traditions call this releasing and permitting God. Release the authorization of the tribe. Your household, close friends and peers will likely not connect to what you're doing in your manifesting method. You don't need their approval. Don't try to change any individual to your way of believing unless they're actually asking you sincerely for assistance. You are getting out of the box with this practice. Do it secretive. When your interest is dampened by another person's negative feedback to exactly what you believe in, it drains electricity from just what you're doing. Suit your desires with your inner and external voice. If your words or thoughts are unfavorable, and oppose the statement you're utilizing when you do the manifesting mind calming exercise, it's not most likely to work. Capture on your own whining to a friend regarding being damaged, or reasoning, "I'll never ever save good enough for a holiday," and transform your words. You have to believe you can show the point, and not negate just what you're choosing with your thoughts or words. Rely on, have outright belief in your innovative power. In the beginning, you may doubt that you are entirely accountable of just what you produce in your life. When you begin to actually manifest things, however, you will certainly begin to truly understand your innovative power. And when you do, you will certainly begin to trust in your own power. It is the combo of your powerful mind, your pleasure as a human, your creative imagination, your capacity to picture, the enthusiasm you place behind your intentions, which incorporate to make you a formidable developer. Creativity is the secret ingredient in manifesting. It's much more highly effective compared to initiative or working hard. It includes playing hard rather. Gratitude. Engaging in a mindset of gratitude is among one of the most powerful means to remain in a favorable circulation of inbound energy. It's as basic as advising on your own of all of the points in your life that you can pick to be happy for. Your remarkable physical body, every valuable breath that you take a breath, the bodily pleasures you can experience, swimming, dancing, having sex, being massaged, walking, the list is countless. The people in your life that you like and which enjoy you, the lovers, good friends, family, customers, kids, etc. The infinite beauty and perfection of nature that Mother Earth gives for us, the trees, forests, oceans, rivers, floras, deserts, hills, mountains, our yards, parks, the pets and insects, and so on. The comfort and security you have in your home, your bed, duvet, bath, cooking area, fridge, your clothes. It's impossible to provide things we need to be happy for. Our lives are so abundant, but we select to spend a great deal of our waking hours concentrating on just what we don't have, and on the things that don't bring us satisfaction, joy or pleasure. In order to remain in the circulation of positive electricity which allows us to reveal our desires, we need to discover to remain in a positive mindset as much of the time as possible. When we're really feeling unfavorable, this entails deciding on to focus on the favorable and picking to raise our spirits and as a result our ideas and sensations. There are techniques of the field in this company, equally as there are in all various other ventures, and practicing thankfulness and recognition is among the most effective tricks there is. The contrary of thankfulness is moaning, complaining. Capture yourself and damage the behavior. When somebody at the office moans about something, you don't have to take part simply to match it. Try chanting OM for 5 to 20 minutes, while pictures of all you are thankful for run consistently with your inner vision. This is a great point to do at the end of your day. The way I like to manifest: make a list of 7 statements of things which you want. In the mind calming exercise, you will certainly be imagining these things, aspects, as if you have manifested them already. You require to be able to visualize them on some method. Below are some examples and recommendations to get you going with your list. Before doing the reflection, I recommend including one on your physical health and vitality. Is this not important for your joy and happiness? Attempt: I manifest a healthy and balanced, energizes, attractive, company, supple, attractive body. Include as several adjectives as you like. Your visualization can be of you doing a yoga exercise position that you can't yet do, climbing a hill, strolling confidently in a bikini on the seaside, whatever it would certainly look like to have a radiant, healthy, young, energetic, gorgeous physical body. Some of the points you wish to show might be abstract. For example, I manifest being led forward on my spiritual course. Consider an image of this concept to visualize in the mind calming exercise, such as you're being assisted onward on an illuminated path up a hillside, and really feeling the sense of success and happiness that comes as you reach the crest of the hillside. If you are materializing a high quality such as confidence, you could possibly envision on your own doing something that would need the confidence you long for. For example, talking before a group, loosened up and grinning. Some products on your list may be worldly points. For example, I show the ideal gown for the wedding celebration, easily inexpensive, and easy to locate. Or, I show the excellent, dependable car now. These may be things that you could already afford, and which you know you will get anyway, however you want them to come easily, happily, in their highest type. It's okay to manifest cash. Try the confirmation: I manifest a bountiful river of money streaming through my handbag, my life, my account. Visualize the river moving with your power, both in and out. Visualize offering cash away happily, to your automobile technician, the stores where you acquire points, the expenses, your lease, homeless people, etc. When you love providing cash away and are mindful of the circulation of electricity that this develops, it is a lot easier for cash to move in your life. Quit counting the cash in your handbag and account so much and doing the sums in future estimates of how you will pay for points. Feel money as a flow. This is vital for your abundance. Recognize that without a circulation of cash you cannot achieve your highest life course, and let go of any guilt around money. There can be life situations that you wish to transform, such as your work. For example, I manifest the excellent job situation now, with folks that I reverberate with, utilizing my creative capabilities, and gaining sufficient money to effortlessly cover my outgoings. This affirmation may lead to a brand new task, or you could discover your existing circumstance transforming in methods that result in your desires and requirements being met. See, detach from the result in the principles of manifesting. You could reveal something to do with a partnership. However, be mindful to function simply on your life. Do not try to transform an additional person, or impact their life. For example, you can state, I reveal peace and love within my relationship with John Sarah, and envision a heart connection in between the two of you. Yet not, I reveal John Sarah coming home earlier and being nicer to me. You could manifest a new partner with the affirmation, I show my best heart companion coming to me in best timing for both of our highest expression of light paths. Visualize an abstract individual in like kind being drawn to rest other you, with light moving between all your chakras in perfect harmony. Sense happy now that he/she is on their method to you. Instead of believing that you will only be happy when you fulfill that person, you would like to include for my greatest excellent and the highest good of all on completion of some or all of your statements, for you do not always recognize now exactly what actually is for your highest excellent. Having made your listing, do the following mind-calming exercise. Sit upright, and touch your forefingers to your thumbs. Claim the initial statement aloud, and then do the following several times. As you breathe in, draw electricity up the back, from the root chakra to the third eye chakra. As you breathe out, chant AHHHHH, the sound of creation/materializing at work. Picture, predicted out from the third eye, just what you prefer as you shout. Feel the joy, peace, excitement that having that thing gives you, as if you have it currently. When you are comprehensive with your ahing on that particular aspect on your list, emotionally put a clear photo of that thing, currently shown up in your life, in your medulla oblongata, where your head fulfills your neck, right in the cells of your human brain. Proceed to the following confirmation. If you do 3 ahs for each of your 7 confirmations, your mind-calming exercise will certainly take about 22 minutes. In some cases you simply have 5 minutes and just want to work on one of the statements. You will receive motivations during your technique concerning the following step you need to take in order to manifest something in your life. If you're materializing a course you're about to do having even more participants, you might be revealed where and exactly how to advertise. You will certainly additionally obtain inspirations regarding what you do and do not truly desire throughout your method, which means that as you acquire quality you will occasionally go across something off the listing that you realize isn't vital for the minute, and other times you will change the phrasing of the confirmation a little bit. Manifesting includes an entire new method of believing and being. You could manifest that by visualizing yourself as you desire to be, positive, hopeful, and relaxed. Whatever you pick, you have to think you could manifest that point, and not oppose exactly what you're going for with your thought and feelings or words. When you begin to really manifest things, nevertheless, you will begin to truly comprehend your creative power. You will obtain inspirations throughout your practice regarding the next action you need to take in order to reveal something in your life. Law of attraction in the Bible has actually been understood considering that biblical times. The Bible not simply offers clear instructions on just how to make use of the law of attraction, it also shows circumstances when the law of attraction functions. One of the most standard principles in the Bible is with God, all things are possible. The regulation of attraction is centered in God. Yet, the biblical perspective on regulation of attraction is overlooked by numerous instructors of the law of attraction. God has a plan, a function and a reason for every single individual on this world. God wishes you to experience happiness, love, joy and wealth in every element of your life. God even claims in John 10:10, I have actually come that they might have life, which they may have it much more abundantly. God wishes you to attain your targets and goals. When you do that, you bring magnificence and honor to His name. That's why the Bible shows the law of attraction within its web pages. Did you recognize the Bible has over 200 knowledgeable related to the law of attraction? In them, you will learn just how to reveal wealth in all locations of life. Love, money, day-to-day life, job. So why isn't the law of attraction taught in religions? Some religions areas to teach the law of attraction, yet you need to pay very close attention because they will use different words too. When you research the law of attraction, communicate the exact same ideas that you will discover. Joseph was holding on to his belief to end up being a fantastic leader so highly in his mind that it came to be. Despite the challenges he faced, he didn't shed belief. Right here are some Bible content to evidence God enjoys you and desire the most effective for you. He did not left you on planet with the adversary helpless. Proverbs 23:7 As a man thinks, so is he. Hebrew 11:1 Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Philippians 4:8 Finally, brethren, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good repute, if there is any excellence and if anything worthy of praise, dwell on these things. Psalm 77:11 I will call to mind the deeds of the Lord. I will remember you wonders of old. John 10:10 I have come that they may have life, and have it to the full. 1 John 4:18 There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. Psalm 16:7 and 8 I will bless the Lord who has counseled me. Indeed, my mind instructs me in the night. He tells me what to do. I am always thinking of the Lord. And because He is so near, I never need to stumble or fall. The law of correspondence states that your exterior world is a symptom of your internal world. It corresponds with your prevailing model of belief. Properly, the law of correspondence conditions that the quality of your experience of way of life straight correspondence along with the high quality of thoughts held in your mind, the conscious, the superconscious and subconscious. Exactly what does this average exactly? Effectively, your beliefs, both the ones you hang on an aware amount and also the ones that you carry a subconsciousness amount, the opinions you have no idea pertaining to that are actually buried, generate your life. This is an incredible legislation. It makes clear almost all joy and happiness and worry, many success and failing, the majority of achievement and meanness in life. You would continue to be in admiration of it if you come to grips with this legislation. It is amazing and so powerful. It resembles looking around the magnitude of the ocean. If you are actually knowingly walking around advising your own self that your life is actually miserable, which you're just not intelligent enough or adequate, you will create problem and an environment where you feel substandard. Sometimes folks are certainly not knowledgeable about adverse views in their subconsciousness mind. Nevertheless, they realize that they are not as successful as they want to be. A hypnotic approach can assist uncover negative ideas at a subconsciousness degree and also aid to modify all of them. Pursue a moment and visualize. Your outside globe reveals your interior globe in every means. Nothing could take place to or for you in the lasting till and unless it corresponds to something within you. All the events of your life are activated off by exactly what is going on inside of you. That quarrel with your next door neighbor or spouse or companion. Those gorgeous feelings you have in each other's company. That success and or failing in your company. That love you obtain from spouse, companion or people are merely organic feedback to the one you have inside. For a boosted feature of life, boost the quality of your beliefs and notions. Review these once again. One's so vital. One means to enhance your way of life instantaneously is to begin a gratefulness list every morning. Document and also think about 5 details you are grateful for and also truly get in touch with those fellow feelings. Studio has shown this to become useful procedure in assisting folks that are having feelings of depression. You need to begin by transforming the internal aspects of your mind if you want to enhance or transform anything in your life. It is rather like the regulation of sowing. It is just what you place in that you enter multiples. If there is a wealth of hatefulness, greed, envy, anxiety, lust and all various other vices that pervades your inner being, then you will enjoy signs of the very same and their relevant vices all around you. That is the legislation of correspondence. Your internal personality typically corresponds with your outer globe or setting. The legislation of correspondence is likewise called the regulation of mental matching. It is your utmost task in life is to form within yourself the psychological equivalent of what you really want to happen on the exterior. Your life is as observable by others and on your own is the sum totals of the actual you inside. Your relationships, for instance, shows back to you the sort of person you are on the within. Your perspective, your health and your product problems are a reflection of your leading thoughts. Lots of people discover this difficult to approve. They view the issues of their lives as having been induced by some external forces and many others individuals. They are most times perplexed to stress when told that they are the principal designers of all that happens to them. Individuals tend to really wanting others to transform. They prefer the leaders, the next door neighbors, the partner, the close friends, the atmosphere and actually, the globe to alter. Folks usually withstand change while desiring others to change. The legislation of correspondence is the underpinning idea of practically all religious beliefs and persuasions. It is the remedy to the issue of individual freedom and happiness. It is the course to triumph and fulfillment. Actually, there is only one ordeal that an individual could regulate worldwide. It is the means they assume. Surprisingly though, when you take complete control over your reasoning, you take control over every other element of your life. By focusing your thoughts and words on what you wish, and by declining to think or chat about exactly what you don't want, you increase to be the designer of your very own fate. Just how you could use this regulation in your relationships. Observe your outer world encounters and view where just what is taking place around you is a representation of your concept of life, feelings and beliefs. How does the present circumstance in your partnership or company or job reflect your inmost mindsets and convictions toward your spouse, partner, business, your colleagues and your goals? Start today to build the understanding, the mental equivalent, in your heart and mind, of the life you want to enjoy on the outside. Just what alters in your thinking do you require to make to fashion your inner globe in such a means that it corresponds with exactly what you desire to see happen on the outside? This will certainly transform your life and your connections in marvelous means. Your external world exposes your interior world in every way. Your inner disposition typically corresponds with your outer world or atmosphere. They desire the leaders, the next door neighbors, the partner, the good friends, the environment and in reality, the globe to transform. Observe your external world experiences and see where just what is happening around you is a reflection of your idea of life, ideas and emotions. Exactly what changes in your assuming do you require to make to fashion your inner globe in such a method that it corresponds with exactly what you wish to see happen on the outdoors? The anchor. The anchor is a way of making clear the key really work for your life, and improving them by taking regular, practical steps to concentrate on the life you wish and decrease the result of outside factors. You do not need a lot more on your to-do listing. You need renovation. Do you believe you're ready to try the Anchor project? Stick to these activities to start your specific life transformation. 1. Take out reasons and remain flexible. This is the secret to this whole procedure. I did not state to myself, I cannot have the life I prefer since I am a solitary mother and solitary provider, and my kid calls for a whole lot, and the activity market misbehaves, and I do not have the sources I have to attain these ordeals. Well, I did state every one of that in the past, yet the Anchor project needed me to follow those reasons. Check out your reasons. React on the ones that can be altered. Make a plan B for handling the ones that will certainly stagnate. If you cannot move the challenge, find ways around it, over it, or through it. 2. Examine and define your really worthies. Exactly what do you really want for your life? Just what type of life will enable you to really feel at peace at the end of your lifetime? This is not a task-oriented bucket list. This is a way to have the kind of life you want, to recognize specifically just what properties you and quick guides you. Load it nevertheless use such as quickly as it's in place. 3. Fine-tune exactly just what ground you and help you. Choose the ones that indicate one of the most to you. 4. Make a strategy. Begin with one secure. Repeat with each secure. 5. Concentration and use. Daily. Take steps toward your utmost vision for each and every anchor on a daily basis. Notice disruptions that attracted you to postpone. Bring your interest back to your initial summarizes, and focus on merely exactly what you really desire. Another helpful technique is to make a list of experiences you could accomplish each safe and secure when you have actually 10 minutes to extra, 30 minutes to spare, or an hour to exclude it. Use it in the direction of establishing your goal life. When you discover yourself with free time, reevaluate the anchors you defined. If it's really feeling like excessive task, you might situate that they don't specifically show your real well-worths. Concentrate on the influences in your life, existing and past, and specifically how they could possibly have shaped just exactly what you believe you preferred. When you recognize simply exactly what you really want in life, pursuing it will certainly actually feel stimulating and fascinating, as opposed to draining. It's quite easy to allow conditions figure out the kind of life you live, to actually feel considered around the world. Clarify exactly what you really desire, make a technique, focus, and take regular activity. There is toughness in used activity, and there is versatility in stating no to points that do not match your vision for your own life. With sturdy anchors, you will certainly handle to survive any type of form of tornado. Simply exactly what do you really want for your life? Just what kind of life will allow you to really feel at peace at the end of your lifetime? It's incredibly easy to permit scenarios determine the sort of life you live, to actually feel tossed around in the world. Emphasis on the influences in your life, already existing and past, and precisely how they can have formed simply what you thought you wanted. Materializing meditation. The subtle body is the component of us that contacts opportunities, brings us good information, and brings in positivity towards us. This mind-calming exercise strengthens your electricity area so that you come to be a magnet for miracles. Exercising this meditation will make you radiate, intense, and deepen your connection to the cosmos. Mudra. Sitting in simple present cross-legged with a straight spine, position the arms down by the sides, rear of the palms on the ground close to the sides of the physical body. Movement. As you inhale, elevate the arms over the head, till the two hands overlap a couple of inches above your head, called the 10th gate. The best hand will certainly be a few inches above the head. The left palm will exist level atop the rear of the right hand man. The thumbs do not touch. Note: Yogi Bhajan extremely especially keeps the thumbs separated when the hands overlap over the leading of the head. Breath. Make your mouth into an O. Inhale with the O as you raise the arms over the head, and breathe out through the O as you reduce the hands back to the ground. Incantation. The tantric har music, which is played in the video. On the initial har, raise your arms up. On the second har, your arms go down. Continue in this rhythmic movement. Pull in on the navel and the diaphragm as you do the motion. Time. If you're brand new to Kundalini reflection, start with 3 minutes. If you desire to go large, then method this mind-calming exercise for 11 minutes a day. And inhale deeply. Instantly interlace the hands over the head, arm joints right, and start to deeply stretch the body right to left, and delegate right, without releasing the hands. Continue as you hold the breath for 15 seconds. Exhale. Repeat 3 times total. Relax. 7 steps fully yoga breath. 1. Lie flat while you are down on your back on the flooring, a comfy mat, or a company bed mattress. 2. Place your hands on your abdomen an inch or more apart, simply listed below the navel, with your fingertips dealing with innermost and your hands down. 3. Inhale via the nose and begin broadening the abdominal areas. 4. Continue inhaling. When the abdomen rises a little, begin permitting the chest to expand and the abdomen to fall. 5. When the chest increases slightly, start breathing out. Enable the abdomen to continuously drop. 6. Continue exhaling. As the chest empties, allow the abdomen to start to increase once more. 7. Repeat without stopping briefly. 7 most common blocks in manifesting, materializing, and how you can conquer them. Materializing your needs requires just 2 actions. Step 1. Using the manifesting solution to attract just what you really want. Step 2. Eliminating the blocks. As you view, materializing is truly fairly basic, although it does need effort. Materializing with the legislation of tourist attraction needs considerably less initiative than trying to obtain just what you really want indifferently. This is because in showing up with the regulation of attraction you work with the universal laws, as opposed to obtaining embedded a block. Right here are the 7 most typical blocks in manifesting and how you can overcome them. 1. Mental blocks. Restricting convictions. As has been stated in the introduction on how you can show your wishes, one of the main reasons why people have difficulties in manifesting are mental blocks. Mental blocks consist of restricting convictions and overly self-critical thought designs. But you are persuaded that you cannot have more cash, then this will undermine your manifesting if you want to show even more cash. Just how do you get rid of psychological blocks such as restricting convictions? A very efficient means to eliminate restricting convictions is to envision for at the very least 5-10 minutes just what it would be like for you to have as much money as you wish. Just how would certainly it make you really feel? This is among the most reliable means of damaging limiting ideas and convictions. You might need to duplicate this procedure a few times to completely remove the limiting conviction or belief, or you may have to imagine how you acquire even more cash, or envision various other particular ordeals, such as your checking account statement with a lot of money on it. Why does this work? For your subconscious, it does not matter whether you truly experience being rich or whether you imagine being rich. In both cases, your subconscious reaches experience that it is possible for you to be abundant, and because of this, the limiting conviction is gone. See it this way. In many cases, your restricting conviction is merely not important, and there is no reason at all to keep limiting yourself through this. You should obtain used to seeing yourself differently. However, this is a small price to pay for just what you get in return, a lot more satisfying life. 2. Emotional blocks. Emotional blocks are a large one and are quite often overlooked in books and movies concerning the regulation of destination. Just what are psychological blocks? Emotional blocks are mental, subconscious injuries on the level of feelings. All of us have emotional wounds and charges. Given that these wounds are usually in the subconscious, really commonly we do not discover them. Even from the subconscious, they keep obstructing us and making us unpleasant in numerous scenarios. It takes quite a great deal of effort to absolutely recover psychological injuries and process with the emotional fees. And no, it is not a bunch of enjoyable either. You have to open up to your hurt areas in order to heal them, and this could really feel really awkward, also excruciating. A lot of psychological injuries are induced by not getting sufficient love, approval from our caregivers in youth. Nevertheless, now as adults, simply we could heal our emotional injuries within our world work. Fundamentally, you should locate within yourself the love, acceptance or approval that a hurt area in yourself craves for, and inflict this part of yourself. The even more you do this, the much better your life obtains. Among the fastest and most effective means to launch fees and heal psychological injuries is the golden circulation system. It takes out mental blocks. It could likewise assist to consider literature on inner child job, such as John Bradshaw's Homecoming publication. How exactly are psychological blocks at trouble in showing up? Unsolved emotional wounds in the subconscious make us really feel unpleasant, not worthy, unloved, not good enough. All these emotional states are big blocks when it pertains to materializing. If you want more money, but at the same time feel that you do not deserve it, then it will be tough to show additional money without very first dealing with the underlying emotional injury that makes you really feel unworthy or undeserving. 3. Not investing adequate time with the need. Basically, this indicates not using the showing up formula to show and attract what you prefer. There is no replacement to imagining then feeling exactly what it will be like to already have it. Essentially, this needs to be done daily for at least 2-5 minutes, or perhaps better 10 minutes. The more you do this, the even more you accelerate the manifesting process. You will essentially start feeling that you already have what you prefer. That is the indicator that the manifestation of this desire is not far away. If you keep using the showing up formula. 4. Wanting. Desiring can likewise be a big block in manifesting. By concentrating on really wanting something, exactly what you actually concentrate on is the electricity of not having it. This is a little complicated, but all you need to do is to just focus on what it will resemble to currently have what you desire and how it will certainly make you feel to already have it. 5. Afraid of disappointment. It is an extremely common block to not intend to picture and feel just what it will be like to currently have just what you desire, due to not would like to be disappointed if it does not reveal the what is that when you visualize and feel just what it is like to already have what you desire, then this need container not assist but manifest in your life. 6. Focusing too much on the adverse. While it is important to acknowledge and not deny problems, it is likewise equally essential not to obtain stuck in self-perpetuating negative thoughts. The law of tourist attraction works both ways, good and unfavorable. If you keep concentrating on lack, such as absence of cash, then you keep mentioning to deep space that this is just what you desire more of. Additional absence. Deep space gives us with just what we focus our energy on. Instead, You need to use the manifesting formula and focus on exactly what it will be like to currently have just what you prefer. 7. Reducing your energy through bad habits. Bad habits can be quite different from person to person. Everybody have bad habits which exhaust our energy. Diminishing your power makes it more difficult to show exactly what you desire. Via healing emotional injuries, it is feasible to begin feeling this energy as it flows in you. It is not essential to notice electricity in order to quit bad routines and gather additional electricity for manifesting. Exactly how exactly are emotional blocks a problem in materializing? When it comes to showing up, all these feelings are big blocks. To attract and manifest exactly what you want, there is no replacement to envisioning and then feeling what it will certainly be like to currently have it. That is the sign that the manifestation of this wish is not far away. If you keep applying the materializing formula, diminishing your electricity makes it more difficult to show what you desire. Materializing with the legislation of tourist attraction needs considerably less initiative than trying to obtain just what you really want indifferently. This is because in showing up with the regulation of attraction you work with the universal laws, as opposed to obtaining embedded a block. How exactly are psychological blocks a trouble in showing up? All these emotional states are big blocks when it pertains to materializing. If you keep concentrating on lack, such as absence of cash, then you keep mentioning to deep space that this is just what you desire more of. Additional absence, negative belief and the inner struggle control your thoughts and you produce your fact. A positive mindset begets positive end outcomes. These preferred tenets are upheld by the similarity Louise Hay, Napoleon Hill, Anthony Robbins and many various other self-help masters. The problem is, they don't in fact work. Consider the last time you really wanted something to occur. It can be a dream task, an optimal connection and even a garage in the city. Having picked up from the very best, you used good affirmations in the methods proposed. You created your preferred result on a card, kept it on your individual in any way times and duplicated the expression again and again in your head. Completion outcomes of your efforts were probably not the ones you were looking for. Having actually fallen short, you could have scolded yourself. You really did not do the confirmations correctly, you were somehow undeserving, or perhaps it was indicated to be. The reason good confirmations do not function is that they target the mindful level of your thoughts, but not the unconscious. All that results is an internal struggle if what you are attempting to verify is incongruent with a deeply held adverse belief. Say you think that you are hideous and useless, a commonly held idea by disheartened people across the globe. This idea might feel deeply and irrevocably true. No concern what the real truth could be. Wincing when being paid a compliment is given that I recognize it isn't true. Think of exactly how excruciating this exercise would really feel. Look at on your own in the mirror and say aloud, I am lovely. Within and out, I enjoy myself. If you deeply think and feel that you are useless and ugly, it will certainly trigger an inner war. With each good affirmation, your unconscious will cry out, it's not important. It's not real. This dispute consumes a fantastic offer of energy and develops enormous stress in the body. Completion outcome is that the unfavorable belief ends up being more powerful as it fights for survival and what you really desire falls short to manifest. If confirmations do not work, what does? The good news is that there is a basic technique you could make use of, apply instantly and have immediate and exceptional outcomes. A current groundbreaking study holds the trick. It clarifies the effectiveness of interrogative versus declarative self-talk. Declarative self-talk has to do with making self-statements, either favorable for example, statements or negative for example, core ideas. On the other hand, interrogative self-talk has to do with asking concerns. In the research study, 4 groups of individuals were asked to resolve anagrams. Before filling out the job, the analysts informed them that they were interested in handwriting practices and asked to write 20 times on a sheet of paper either, I will I, or will. The team that composed will I resolved virtually 2 times as several anagrams as any of the many others teams. From this and similar research studies the analysts carried out, they discovered that asking ourselves is much more powerful than telling ourselves something when we desire to develop successful end outcomes. Inquiries are effective because they penetrate for solutions. They advise us of the sources we do have and they trigger our curiosity. All that is called for is an easy tweak. State you will provide a discussion and you're really feeling anxious concerning it. You might find yourself declaring, I'm awful at discussions. they never ever go well for me. Conversely, you might offer on your own a positive pep talk. I am providing a fantastic discussion that motivates my audience. Both are declarative declarations that apply a sort of exterior pressure to the self and close down the opportunity of accessing the inner sources and imagination needed for success. Tweak the above statements so they come to be questions. Am I horrible at discussions? Have they ever before gone well for me? Or, will I deliver a fantastic discussion that influences my audience? Possible answers may be, I get worried and timid and folks turn off when I talk. In my last discussion, I made a point that folks discovered fascinating and I really had their interest. Just how could I broaden on that? The last discussion that I did worked out. Just what did I do that worked and just how could I do more of that? This powerful strategy functions much better compared to confirmations, considering that it recognizes your adverse ideas and feelings and lessens the necessity to combat them. You begin to end up being an ally to your unconscious mind, which in turn will certainly elicit its cooperation. And the subconscious mind is superb at coming up with creative work. Follow this process to properly use the interrogative self-talk strategy. Draw your recognition to any type of declared self-statements, whether negative or favorable. Tweak these statements into inquiries. For example, I am into will over possible answers to these concerns and think of extra inquiries. What if produces a particularly rewarding line of analysis, eliciting your interest and creativity. Utilizing this approach will put an end to that draining internal struggle, which then will certainly lower the tension in your physical body and aid you unwind. It won't cost you anything and it will position you to reap superb end outcomes. Having found out from the finest, you made use of good confirmations in the means proposed. The end outcomes of your initiatives were possibly not the ones you were looking for. Modify the above statements so they become questions. Am I dreadful at presentations? This highly effective technique works better than statements since it acknowledges your negative ideas and feelings and reduces the demand to combat them. Will over possible answers to these questions and come up with additional questions. How and how not an affirmation should looks like. The wrong affirmations list. I will not be on scratch once more. I will be healthy. I wish to live in peace with everybody. I want to have a brand new auto. I have experienced enough. I don't want to suffer any longer. I would like to have cash. If I acquire an advertising, I will certainly get a new residence. The right affirmations list. Money involves me conveniently and effortlessly. I am a prosperous and successful guy. I am a thriving lady continuously. I am at peace with the universe. I have now wealth of love, money, and health and wellness. I am a beautiful person with solid confidence. I discover delight, love, peace and harmony in every second of my life. I make good friends effortlessly. I locate love and friendship anywhere I go. Cash comes to me conveniently and regularly from a number of sources. I have a wonderful job with a big salary, doing what I like most to do. I am really wanted. I am gladly married to a kind, loving, and spiritual-minded man. I am safe and secure. I am wonderfully blessed in my finances, in my health, and happiness. It is my right to be rich, delighted, and loved. You can get what you want. People got what they want in life. So can you. Have you ever wondered how some people seem to have no trouble manifesting what they want, while others struggle, work super hard and still not make much of a dent in their desires? It pays to find out what the success stories do differently than the average person. Model these qualities, and you'll start manifesting more of what you want faster. Here's what successful people do that you might not be doing in no particular order. 1. Get organized. Develop organization habits and you'll have more time to spend on your dreams, because you'll spend less time trying to get organized. Reduce before you start organizing. The more you have to organize, the more storage solutions you'll need. The more tasks you have to prioritize, the more chaotic your time management. Have one inbox. Everything goes in it. Once a day, go through it and prioritize, act on, toss, or delegate. Develop systems and routines to stay organized. 2. Manage your self-talk. The best time to use catchphrases, the time but, to imprint them faster into your subconscious mind. Use the Silva method to get into the alpha brainwave state in which your mind is more open to suggestion. Focus on the best outcome. Say yes, I can do this. This too shall pass. Fake it till you make it. It's all good. 3. Keep your energy high through excellent nutrition, adequate sleep and rest, daily exercise and daily stress management such as meditation. 4. Get up early. Now, Don't groan. You won't miss out on anything except your goals if you go to bed early. Here's why. It's a great time for personal rituals such as meditation, journeying and gratitude without distractions. And it's much easier to achieve a calm and quiet mind before the daily chatterbox has started up. You'll have time for a nutritious breakfast, which you will need to keep your energy levels high. No more grab-and-go breakfast bars your body says yuck. You can plan your day in peace and quiet. When you're ready to hit the ground running, you'll know exactly which way to run. Your productivity will be high in the morning because you have more energy, less distractions, and the satisfaction of knowing that you made serious progress before other people even turn on the morning news. Model the mindset and behaviors of successful people. Okay, now you know why. Here's how to become an early riser. If you're not, start slowly, by setting your alarm clock 15 minutes earlier 1 week to 1 month at a time. Get used to it slowly and don't make it a horrible chore. You won't notice the 15 minutes and don't hit the snooze button. For best results, put your alarm clock far enough from your bed that you have to get up to turn it off. To ensure you get enough sleep, go to bed earlier. If you can fall asleep, read for a while, preferably something about your area of interest. Do not rationalize. Going back to bed is not an option. Set the coffee machine to go off just as you wake up, so that you have a hot fresh cup of java ready and waiting by the time you go downstairs. Do something you love to do in the morning. Yoga, going for a run. Do something productive. Get something difficult out of the way, and you'll go through the rest of the day knowing that you've already done a lot. Get stuff out of the way, and woohoo, the rest of the day is much easier and less stressed. 5. Write it down. Keep a notebook at your workspace or on your person and write down ideas and to-dos. Write down all of your goals. Unwritten goals have a pathetically small chance of ever manifesting, whereas written goals become real just by the act of writing them down. 6. Do what is on your to-do list. You can organize and prioritize till the cows come home, but if you don't take action on the most important items, what's the point of writing them down? Even if you can only do one thing, that's one thing closer. 7. Ask yourself, whenever you don't feel like working on your dreams, can I afford not to work on my dream? If you can live without it, well, then, there's no point in all the work and sacrifice. Just ask that question, and if the answer is even a little quiet then do what you must do. 8. Take small steps every day. What if you were to dedicate just 15 minutes a day to your goals? You'll be astonished at how quickly things will start happening. Tip: use the quiet of the morning to work on your dream, before life gets in the way. 15 minutes of focused action can be more productive than a whole day of social media and other interruptions. 9. Always look for the win-win. Dreams require other people's help, in one form or another: mentorship, money, resources, referrals, etc. So treat everybody like they are the most important person on earth, and you never know just who will step up with the most brilliant solution to a vexing problem. Success begins with your mindset. 10. Single task. Your brain can only focus on one thing at a time. If you're going to do it well, you actually get much more accomplished by single tasking and finishing a task before moving on. 11. Take calculated risks. Knowing what to expect can help you make better decisions, so do your research. A good risk is one that A, moves you in the right direction, and B, even if that fails, if you had fun, learned something and were enriched by the process, it's a win. 12. Get out of your comfort zone. Be okay with failure and be okay with letting of ideas and approaches that don't work. Everything is a learning process. Life, relationships, business, any goal you have, they all require changes in the way you think about them and work them. If the way you've been going at it is ineffective, try a new way, even if it scares the hell out of you. One day you'll look back and think, what was I so afraid of? 13. Fill your tank. Take care of yourself physically, emotionally, mentally and spiritually. Remember, you're up early nowadays, and this is the perfect time for some self-love. You can achieve whatever you set your mind to, if you adopt these habits of successful people. The time, but to imprint them faster into your subconscious mind, use the Silva method to get into the alpha brainwave state, in which your mind is more open to suggestion. To ensure you get enough sleep, go to bed earlier. Set the coffee machine to go off just as you wake up, so that you have a hot fresh cup of java ready and waiting by the time you go downstairs. Do something productive. Get something difficult out of the way, and you'll go through the rest of the day knowing that you've already done a lot. Your brain can only focus on one thing at a time, If you're going to do it well, beat your manifesting blocks. We wonder why things takes place, or doesn't occur, and we behave as though every event is different from it has absolutely nothing to do with us. I imagined it. Why didn't it occur? How, or even much worse, why did that occur instead? It's a disappointment. Sign Mysterious Songs, 4-hour Janet flick. And there we are at all times, appropriate put bang in the middle of the entire shooting match. The common denominator in it all is us. There's nothing arbitrary about the means life with a capital functions. It isn't really an academic workout, it's a reality event, and there's a real life factor behind everything. We don't just have a wish satisfied as some accidental, bizarre event. Our relationships do not break up entirely unexpectedly. Our jobs aren't over eventually, for no apparent reason, or because we believe a person doesn't like us, or our boss is an unpleasant toad. Our success in materializing our desires, or acquiring something rotten in its place, can often be mapped back to our internal blueprints or standards. Paradigms. What do they relate to it? Everything. It's our little map of truth. It's the area that holds all our beliefs and feelings and ideas and concepts, and we utilize it to make feeling of where we are in the globe. I remember driving through Maine, Spain, and would certainly discover myself on roadways that really did not also exist on the map, making it very difficult to browse. Roadway indications were non-current, so we did merely follow the sunlight for a while, sprinkled with a little hope and lots of petition. Sometimes we would certainly end up in truly amazing places, like XY, and many other times we would certainly end up in the back of beyond. That's the lucky break with an inefficient map. Paying attention. Our inner maps are a little like that. They were assembled from when we were mere babes in arms. Our subconscious always hectic, recording every occasion, in addition to which, each event and encounter would certainly be reinforced as they were repeated in our world. And we started to give our experiences definitions. Based on these maps, we started to create our perspective of the world. We would certainly tape record and save terrible occasions as a means to keep ourselves secure in the future. Then we would certainly understand simply how you can handle them. The goal being safety and security, and safety and patterns of idea and behavior began to arise. Get a fact check. There are times when I hear or read something that does not feel good, and understanding my standard could be a little off in some scenarios. If you have a tough response to something, ask someone you rely on for their take on it. It could be that you need a mild shift in your paradigm, a brand new perspective. It may not, but it deserves a try. Reacting instead of reacting is normally a far better sensation area, and we all being aware, feeling excellent draws a lot more benefits. That's just what we wish to reveal. Take care of it, don't harp on it. Okay, so miserable things happen in life and we have to manage it. Just what we do not need to do is harp on it. Advertisement nauseous. We should be dwelling as an alternative on experiencing just what we in fact wish to take place. Think of a feather. Just what occurred. Did your mind spell out F-E-A-T-H-E-R? I don't assume so. Just what took place was you obtained an image of a feather in your head. Your feather could have been black or white. Point being, you had a photo of a feather. Obtain a picture in your mind of what you want. You probably can't help photo making as you think thoughts, even though you might be uninformed of it at the time. If you're in pain, see on your own feeling terrific. Refraining so well at work, emphasize exactly how happy you are to be there. Partnership. Rest up. Think of having the most effective partnership you have actually ever had. Above all, include a sensation to every image. Sense the best sensation you could muster. Edmund Hillary really did not understand ways to arrive. Really did not understand what should be done. He merely decided he was going to. He did it and failed. He was said to, "You can't get up that mountain." Seriously, any individual that's ever before tried has actually perished. No one's been up there. The air's so thin you cannot take a breath. "Well, I'm returning up there," he said. And in 1952 he tried once more, and fell short. In 1953 he acquired a picture in his mind of being on leading of that mountain, and he materialized it. Around too many thousand individuals have actually made it since. We can include Hillary's experience to our roadmap. Construct a concept of just how you would like to live and then live it. You don't should being aware exactly how. Just hold on to the photo in your mind and dwell on it daily and often. 1% makes all the difference. That's very little in any individual's language, is it? In the language of spirit, a production of manifesting, it could be massive. Whatever your life appears like now, if you could handle to have 1% additional ideas concentrated on your success, on your awesomeness, on living your most amazing life, the difference in your globe will be incredible. If you can feel happy, joyous, euphoric, happy, or whatever feeling works ideal for you, 1% more on a daily basis. The outcomes will certainly be wonderful. Just 1% will do that. Imagine just what 10% or more can do. You'll skyrocket. Our life isn't really existing to us. It can't. It's an extraordinary device revealing which we are in, methods that we cannot mistake if we realize, and hearing the messages. We're given every possibility to do it differently, again and again, as many times as it takes. The most great message of all is one that all the master educators throughout the centuries have attempted to share. At the degree of your greatest self you are mentally ideal, you are full and entire. I envision it. Why didn't it happen? How? Or even worse, why did that take place? Rather, okay, so unpleasant stuff occurs in life and we need to handle it. We require to be home instead on experiencing just what we actually desire to occur. Get your ideal pictures of your life and what you want in your mind and view them often.